Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you so much for the warm introduction. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do on this call, and you keep us focused and in line to receive the information as we train and build our businesses. So I just want to say I really appreciate you, and I thank you so much for being on the call. To everybody who's My pleasure. To everybody who's joining us tonight, especially if you're joining for the first time, I always want to tell you a little bit about who I am because there's always somebody's first time on the call. Trust me, 6.5 years ago, it was my first time on this call, and I didn't even know why I was getting on the call, except for the guy who signed me in said, get on the call. So that may be your experience tonight. So I'll tell you just a little bit about who I am for about 2 minutes, and then we'll jump into the training. So my name is Thomas Felder. I'm a Platinum Senior Vice President of Five Links. I've been in this company 6.5 years. On November 14th, will make 7 years that I've been in Five Links. I've never been in any other network marketing company. And to be honest, I never sold anything. I never even sold lemonade as a kid. And I didn't believe that this thing was real or possible or that anybody can make money in it. I ended up coming to a meeting, not on purpose, but by accident. I got tricked into coming. And while I was there, I saw someone with a high school diploma who was matching my attorney income, doing it from home in Five Links. And I just said to myself, if 1/2 of 1% of what this person is telling me is true, then I wanted to give it a shot. That's what happened. There's no mystery beyond that. I had low expectations in joining Five Links. I didn't expect to make a lot of money, but I said, if this guy can make this amount of money in Five Links after a certain amount of time, then I could at least recoup my investment plus some additional money, some gas money, some cell phone money, some electricity money, some money to take my wife out to dinner every now and then. I figured this business would at least do that for me. I want to tell you that it has exceeded my wildest expectations. Here I am in 6.5 years. We've done a little bit over $2 million. And I know that's not a lot of money. It's not LeBron James money. It's not Oprah Winfrey money. But it's more than what I expected. And it comes residually, meaning that, I'm still getting paid now 6.5 years later from stuff that I did 6.5 years ago. How many of you, if you left your job today or tomorrow, would still be getting paid 6.5 years later from doing something on your job? No one or no one. Most of us, you would have to fight and struggle and claw to get your final check. Forget 6 years from now, to get your vacation time that's due to you, or to get your reimbursement on your receipts, you would be struggling. That is just the nature of the workforce that many of us are in. So I'm grateful for this business. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful somebody introduced it to me. And prior to doing this, believe it or not, I actually practiced law for almost 16 or 17 years. And I was grateful. I think the experience taught me that life is not easy. It taught me that you have to fight for whatever it is that you're going to get. You have to get up a little bit earlier, stay up a little bit later, read a little bit more, because nobody reads anything anymore. And it just taught me how to deal with difficult people. That is the hardest part of our business. If no one has told you, if you're brand new and just getting on this call or just joined the business or trying to figure out what a RIN means, that's your rep ID number, by the way. The hardest part of this business is the people. It's not corporate. It's not rep services. It's not the products. It's people. You will find in a business like ours, people will complain, whereas when they were dealing with Comcast before and they had an issue, it did not become as big as it is when they're dealing with you. Because they got your number, they're going to call you. Because you told them that this thing was better, they're going to knock on your door and ring your doorbell and see you at church and be in the parking lot. And if they're in your family, it's going to come up on every family phone call and every family reunion. They're going to bring up this thing where you invited them to use Comcast, the same Comcast that they were using before, the same Verizon that they were using before. But because they can never reach anybody at Verizon or Comcast to complain, but they can reach you, and you assured them that this would be a better opportunity, and it is. It's just easier for them to complain. It's easier for them to find a reason to quit or drop out or give up. And another reason that this business is so crazy is because it's so inexpensive to join it. Are you with me? I mean, you can join this business for what, $249? They tell you to buy some products and services, so you're talking maybe $380 tops to get in and be qualified. Law school cost me $241,000. That's $250,000. So nobody quits on becoming a lawyer. They figure out how to get clients. They figure out how to hang out a shingle. They figure out how to learn the law and try a case. They're going to figure it out to recoup that money. I will tell you, in the time period that I've been in doing this, it has matched or exceeded that law money, that law firm money. And not only has it exceeded it, it's done it under a lot less pressure and headache and stress and traffic and all of those kinds of things. But it's easy to get in, so it's easy to get out. It's easy to join, so it's easy to quit. So that's just to the new person today. If you're a new person on the call, I want to tell you this business is easy to quit. All you got to do is call corporate and say, I quit. And if you hurry up and quit in the first 10 days, I think they'll give you your money back. So if you're a person that quits everything that you have ever done, then just quit this too. Why waste the time and waste your money? If you're the guy that has never stayed on a diet, never stayed at the gym, right? Never lifted a weight and just got tired of paying your Bally's bill, then quit. If you're the kind of person that you've been married 4, 5, 6 times and it's always your spouse's fault, then quit, man. This is no different. It is still going to require real work, real time, real effort, real energy, real personalities and characteristics of people who are sometimes difficult. I guess I shouldn't tell a new person to quit, but I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. So if you're a quitter, you've always quit, and you haven't decided to go a different way in your personality or mindset, then you would quit this too. It's just the truth of the matter. Matter of fact, I ran into my brother-in-law. I'm pivoting from talking to the new person. I'm segueing into the training. I'm easing into the training. All right. I don't want to just dump you into it hard, but I'm easing you into the training. I ran into my brother-in-law yesterday. Right? He was riding his motorcycle in my neighborhood, and his motorcycle, for whatever reason, the battery, he hadn't ridden it all year or a year and a half, and the weather was nice, so he's riding in my neighborhood, and his motorcycle stopped working. So he's on my block, and he rolls his motorcycle down to my house, and he comes into my garage, and he sees my Bentley. He says, "Man, you still got the Bentley?" I said, "Yeah, still got the Bentley." He said, "You still in 5 links?" I said, "Yeah, still in 5 links." He says, "Man, I'm shocked that you're still working it." Right now, he was in my business. He had actually worked his way up to senior vice president. And I told him, I said, "I'm shocked that you quit." And all he wanted to tell me about is people that he knew who quit. If you're looking for people who quit, you will find a dime a dozen. But if you're looking for people who finish what they start, they're few and far between. Most people quit almost everything that they have ever done. And when they don't get to where they wanted to be, they complain that it was impossible. But that's not so. And I know it's not so in this business because I've seen a man with my own eyes, touched him with my own hands. His name is Tupac the Rent-A-Court. Diamond, Senior Vice President Tupac the Rent-A-Court. He's achieved the position of diamond. in just about 9 to 10 years. So I told my brother-in-law, when I hit diamond, then I'll make an assessment about what to do next in my 5 links business. So that's my benchmark. That's my benchmark if the current corporate staff stays on or doesn't stay on. That's my benchmark if people on my team quit or stay or don't stay or go on a hiatus or go into the witness protection program. You've got to have a certain mindset. You've got to have a benchmark, and a benchmark has got to be so high, so wide, so deep, so inexhaustible that you keep running. Mine is diamond. Now, I'm not saying I'm quitting at diamond. For those of you who want to sort of interpret it that way, because I know people always want to hear quit. They're trying to pull a quit out of me. All I'm saying is at diamond, I get a chance to reassess. The Bible says that even Moses, who was working with the children of Israel, wanted to get to the top of the mountain so he can look around, right? Even though he wasn't even going to the promised land, he wanted to look at it. So I want to get to diamond. I want to look at it. And I said to myself, to hit diamond, you've got to get a ton of people to SVP. You've got to get a ton of people to platinum. So it becomes a team endeavor. You can't win by yourself. You can lose by yourself, but you can't win by yourself, not in 5 links, not at that level, not at platinum and beyond, not at SVP and beyond. You got to help a whole bunch of other people, even people who don't want to be helped. It's like being a lifeguard. I was a junior lifeguard before, and I took the course, and it said that if you try to rescue somebody and they fight back against you, that occasionally you may have to knock them out in order to rescue them. You will run into that. You will run into people who you trying to help and rescue, and they fighting against you. I don't know. Maybe they didn't take the lifeguard course. So I just wanted to tell you, with regard to building your business, you set your benchmark. What is your benchmark that you will evaluate? If you're an IMR, I say your benchmark should not be ET, should not be ED, right? Those benchmarks are too easy to achieve, which means that if you don't feel the urge to push as hard to reach them, right? You need something that's going to require maximum effort, like the kind of break gravity type of push. So if you're on this line and you're an IMR, I'm telling you, at a minimum, shoot for SVP. And just say to yourself, when I hit SVP, then I'll figure out what comes next, right? If you're an ND, you got to run for platinum. You're SVP, you got to run for platinum. You're ED, you got to run for platinum, right? So the only people I'm talking to that I'm saying get the SVP and do an evaluation of the lay of the land are the brand new people, the IMRs, the people who are trying to figure out what REN means. What is a REN? So pick a benchmark that requires you to push. Pick a benchmark that may be a bit painful. And don't worry about the company's products. I've been here long enough to see the products change over and over again. I've been here long enough to see uplines change over and over again and downlines flip over and over again. I've been here to see people who run the company switch over and over again. Things will change. They will get better, because whoever is investing money in this business, they want to get a return on their investment. And they're going to make sure it's better so their money comes back to them. It may take a minute, but that's how you get the rich reward out of the business. If you've ever had stocks or bonds, when the stocks are low, you got to hold them, right? Was that Kenny Rogers who's saying you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run? I don't know the rest of the words of the song. I'm not a gambler, but what I'm saying is, if 5 links is challenged, it's as challenged now as it will ever be. There's nowhere to go but up. It will get better. But what people do when their stocks are down, they sell them. Do you know how many people had Apple when it was down, or Microsoft when it was down, or Facebook when it was down and sold it? Do you know how many people are kicking themselves? They said Bitcoin, when it first came out, they were selling Bitcoin for under $1. Under $1, like 94, 95, 96, 98. You didn't even know about Bitcoin because it didn't even reach the stock exchange. It wasn't even on a currency thing. There were people selling it at MIT. They were getting gobs of Bitcoin as part of a class assignment. Early 90s, man, late 90s, Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin comes out and most of us find out about it, what, 2015, 2013, we find out about Bitcoin. And we scared of this electronic currency. Like, we already know that our money is not worth anything. So why are you scared of electronic currency? Your credit card is not worth anything. Your dollar is not even backed up by gold. Why are you afraid of electronic currency? Anyway, people bought Bitcoin and they started to buy it when it hit the open market. People were able to get Bitcoin for like $50. No Bitcoin commercials, no app, no advertising of Bitcoin, just people chit-chatting about it on the internet. Bitcoin goes up to $200, goes up to $5,000, and people are saying it's too expensive. Don't you know Bitcoin during its lifespan has expanded greater than all the other stocks on the entire stock market? Yeah, I know it's down a little bit now, but they say it's coming back. And you're still going to wish that you bought it. That's what 5 links is like. Anything of value will extract, will contract and extract, expand and grow and shrink over a period of time. This thing that we're in will become the hot thing again. The only difference is that you're in now before the other guy. You're in place and know that it works before the other guy. You've been a little bit longer and you know the lingo, right? We have our own vocabulary and you know it a little bit better than the new guy when he comes in 2 years from now. That's it. You have positioning. And I'm saying that to you whether or not you're grinding in the business or you're not grinding in it. You've got positioning. There is intrinsic value in positioning, because when people find out how hot 5 links is or can be, when we come out with that next hot thing, and we'll discover it, we'll find it, we'll stumble upon it, probably not on purpose, but we'll get it. And when we do, people will come looking for you and they'll start knocking on your door and ringing your doorbell saying, hey, I'm trying to find somebody in 5 links because I want to join. Are you in? Can I sign under you? Is there anything that would prohibit me from getting in under you? What do I need to do? And at that point, you got to look and see if you're qualified and whether you've been trained up enough that you can teach the new guy who came looking for you. I'm currently under a lady named Coach K. And I absolutely positively love this woman, Camelia Collier, right? But when I joined 5 links, I didn't know her. Matter of fact, the guy who signed me up didn't know her either. Matter of fact, 12 people above the guy who signed me up didn't know her either. But I'm still in her downline. And that's the way it's going to be when 5 links continues to get hot. Now, I want to talk about one of our hot products, one of our super hots products. It's CBD. Doesn't appear to be that hot to you right now, but trust me, it's hot. It's hot. It's getting hotter by the minute. And I didn't really think that so many people would be so quick to use it, because CBD reminds them of marijuana. Marijuana, they said, was illegal. It has bad effects. But when you read the Bible, marijuana is in there, right? The cannabis plant is in the Bible. I think they call it oincha or calamus in the Bible. So the Bible talks about it. It talks about the herbs are for the healing of the nations. The United States government has about 19 patents on cannabis-related medical, I don't even want to call it medicine or drugs, but supplements. The government has patents already. Like they knew a long time ago that we would figure it out, that marijuana is not what they've claimed that it is, right? So they put a patent on one for epilepsy. They put one on for diabetes. They put like all types of patents, like for cancer. So when people discover it, they will get paid no matter what. Like you can't get around them. That's why Wall Street is suddenly interested in it, because they figured out a way that the guy on the street, Pookie and Ray Ray, can't get around them. And so 5LINX came out with a bunch of products called Oxygen. Some of these you take in little drops called tinctures. They got things that you could rub on yourself, right? They got the creams. They got the oxygen pills that you can pop. And some of you are reluctant to take it for whatever reason. But guess what we came out with now? CBD for your pet. People will try something on their pet before they try it on themselves. I mean, even medical research shows that. They're going to try it out on a monkey or a dog or a rabbit or a rat before they try it on people. And people don't want to spend the kind of money getting their animals treated that they would spend for themselves to go to the hospital. Is this making sense where I'm going? Because if it's not making sense, it just means you don't have a pet. If it's not making sense, that means that you don't understand how they do medical research. But we were smart enough, 5LINX, to come up with this pet CBD cream or oil that they can spray on their dog treats or whatever. And guess what? Now the person who either could not afford to take Fido to the vet, or Fido has become so old that they know it's only a matter of time before Fido is no more, they're going to try the CBD treat. They're going to want to give Fido as much comfort as Fido can possibly get on his last years, his aches and pains. They want that dog to be happy. They want that cat to be happy. People love their pets more than their neighbors, more than their coworkers, and sometimes more than their family or kids or spouse. People love their pets, and they'll give it a shot. It is the beginning of something big, way bigger than I imagined, because I'm not a pet person. I don't have a pet. I mean, when I was a kid, we had goldfish, and I had a dog who got hit when I was a kid. So I didn't have the same affinity that some pet people have. But when I look around and I see pet people everywhere I go, I mean, they got these pets in strollers. I was driving yesterday and looked at the rear view. I saw a man and a woman in a minivan, and I said, boy, that's an ugly kid in the middle. They had their dog in a car seat. I thought it was an ugly kid. They had a dog in a car seat. People love their animals. So yeah, they'll buy the cream for themselves, but they're going to get the spray and all the things that you are second guessing for that pet. And they're going to say, man, we'll see if it works for Fido, and see if he can now run and jump and sing and yelp like he was a young pup again. And if it works for the dog, guess what happens? The owner will mimic the dog. The owner will say, I have my own aches, my own pains, my own joint stiffness. If it works for the dog, will it work for me? And they're going to start to do their research. And they're going to find out that CBD is gold. It is like green gold. Don't you see all those signs in your neighborhood popping up saying medical marijuana dispensaries, that you can go and see a doctor and they could write you a script to get marijuana if it's not recreational marijuana yet where you live? It's coming. It's coming. But what I'm grateful about with our CBD product is there's no THC. No THC, right? I can't remember what all the letters stand for, but that's the stuff that they say makes you a little loopy. Now, the loopy stuff, they're going to start dispensing that as well, because they say that works better for the cancer. Without the THC, it works on cancer, but with the THC, it works even better. I didn't say that. Sanjay Gupta said it from CNN, right? He did a special on weed. So But the CBD, even without the THC, has been proven to be very effective. Very effective for a couple of reasons. One is it is less expensive than traditional medicine. That's number one. Number two, it doesn't have the side effects that traditional medication might have. Like for every drug that you have in your house, there's a side effect to it. There is some other ailment that it will cause. Right? You get your bare Tylenol and take too many, you get internal bleeding. Are you with me? You take your Xanax or some other kind of thing that makes you less depressed, and now it tells you you're going to get thoughts of suicide, and your sexual urges go away. I mean, all kind of things happen as side effects to these over-the-counter drugs. But with the CBD, because it's all natural, it's no side effects, right? For those of you who read the Bible says that the fruit that we eat, the fruit off the trees, was supposed to be our meat, not pigs and chickens and crabs and crayfish or whatever y'all are eating. The Bible says fruit was supposed to be your meat. And it says that the leaves were supposed to be your medicine. That's what the Bible says. I believe the Bible. Genesis 1 and 2, it says that. And if you go to all the way to the end of the Bible, in Revelation chapter 21, it says it again. So on both ends of the Bible, it talks about that food is supposed to be your medicine. So if God made it, if Elohim made it, if Jehovah, Yah, Elohim, or whatever you call him, if he made it so it's supposed to work with your body, not be rejected by your body or be treated like a virus or a bacteria, something your body's got to fight against. So that's what the medical studies are showing. And people are now getting smart. They want to live longer. They want to be healthier. You could hardly find a smoker nowadays. You remember when everybody used to be smoking and even the kids on the corner were smoking? I can't find a smoker. Right? Finally, somebody started to read the little warning saying may cause cancer. People are now more concerned about their health. I used to hear people say all the time, you got to die from something. Well, that ain't true. You just might live a long time and be really uncomfortable and be, hooked up to tubes and wires and such. So anyway, I say all of that to say that I see a real opportunity with this CBD, especially with the pet products. I think it's going to open an avenue for people who may have been reluctant to try it on themselves. I think it's going to open an avenue for a whole lot of new customers. I think it's going to make us very unique in the space that we're in. There is opportunity, and it's coming. And I always want to get in front of it. I caught the end of the video phone, the end of the voice over IP box. I caught the end of that. When I came into 5 Links, I couldn't find the video phone, and they were using this little box thing. And they was telling you that you can call anywhere for a fixed fee through this box. So that's when I joined 5 Links. I missed the video phone, to be honest. I missed it, but people were talking about it. But I came in on the end of the box, and that little box was so amazing that I still have boxes of that stuff around my house. I think that this CBD thing is going to do that. I also think that television, we have this thing called TV, T-E-E-V-E-E, needs to be relaunched by 5 Links. It needs to be relaunched, meaning that it is better now than it's ever been, but nobody's talking about it. The buffering is gone. All of the issues that we had with it are gone, and now nobody's talking about it. I mean, it's like the craziest thing. It's like Henry Ford inventing the car, and people say, I like the car, but it needs something where it's not so bumpy. And then later on, Goodyear invents the tire with the rubber on it, and now the ride is smooth. Or the guy invents shock absorbers. And now you say, because you had a bumpy ride in the beginning, you're never going to go back to the car. You say it's going to be bumpy, I might as well be on a horse. That's what's going on. We need to relaunch TV. It's better now than it's ever been. And that's from a true critic of TV. None of y'all have criticized it more than I have. And I like TV because it's a product that when you buy it every month. You're going to watch Empire every month, or Power, or every month, or whatever the television thing that's on television. I don't watch it. I sell it. I don't watch it. I know it's an idiot box. It's not designed to dumb you down. And I need every brain cell and gene that I have in my brain to handle taking care of my wife and my kids. But for those of you who do watch it, you know that it's better to get it cheaper than more expensive, right? And to make sure that it works, it's working well now. So if you haven't looked at your own TV that you're paying for, look at it now. It works. It works better than it has ever worked. We finally got something that we can get true residual income on. So go look at it. Go take it off the shelf, dust it, pull it up on your cell phone. It actually works. You have 5 accounts for your TV. Take one of your 5 accounts and share it out. Share it out with a friend and tell them to try it for a month, right? So you can say, you can try my TV service for free for 1 month. All you got to do is give them one of your 5 accounts. And if they decide not to get it after 30 days, you can change the password. Ta-da. You with me? You can shell it out. People will buy things after they tried it a long time, which is why stores are always giving away samples. A free sample of this, a free sample of that. You better give away a free sample if you want people to get on your service. I have a guy who's just signing up in my business now, and he already has 27 new TV accounts he's going to be putting into the system. I mean, his app is still hot. And he's putting in 27 people to become a TV customer. And he said he did that. The only reason he actually joined 5 Links is because he wanted to sell TV. And when I explained to him he makes more money as a rep than as a affiliate, now he wants to be all in, right? And I did that off of a website, by the way, a website that I posted, I guess 11 months ago. He stumbled across it. A guy in Detroit, Michigan, who I never met, still haven't met him. I don't even know what the guy looks like. We talked over the telephone from him landing on the website. Oh, anyway, I think I'm done for tonight. I don't want to overwhelm y'all if you're new. I just wanted to encourage you, if you're in the business, to keep going, to just finish what you started, and don't give up. You know, take little steps, take baby steps. Whatever you do, don't quit. If you can't fly, then run. Can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. If you can't crawl, then get somebody to roll you along. Whatever you do, don't quit. This business will do what it intended to do, but it's going to test you along the way. That's all I can tell you from somebody who's been massively tested by this business. It has tested me in every way a human being could be tested, and I'm better for it. I am a better person because of it. It has helped me to grow. It has helped my bank account some, but it has helped me to grow a lot. There are some things more important than your bank account. Some of you need to learn to grow in some other ways, and trust me, your bank account will eventually catch up. It has taught me about entrepreneurship. It's taught me about residual income. It's taught me how to deal with people, be patient, learn how to listen, learn how to problem solve. Taught me a lot of things. I could go on for another hour about that, but I won't. But I just want to thank you guys for being on the call tonight. I'm not sure if they'll open up the call for questions. If they do, I'll stay on. If they won't, I will bid you guys adieu. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you. Make plans to be at Nationals. After Nationals in Atlanta, we're going to do a 1-day training on that Sunday in Atlanta at the same venue, and we will train you for 12 hours on how to move your business forward. You want to find out more about it, text me, 202-409-4456. We're here to help you. If you want help in your business, text me, 202-409-4456. There are a lot of people in this company who will help you. All you have to do is ask. Whether they're your upline, downline, sideline, or whatever, all you've got to do is ask. So with that being said, I will turn this call back over to Ms. Adrian. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on. This is Thomas Felder, Platinum Senior Vice President for the awesome and incredible Team TNT. I look forward to seeing each of you on the beaches of the world. I'm not at the beach at the bank, but more importantly to any beach or any bank, I look forward to seeing you at the gates of the kingdom. For what would it profit a man to gain the whole world and to lose his own soul? I turn this call back over to you, Ms. Adrian. For you guys who are on, we will see you at the bank. This call is officially over. Good night. Awesome. For you guys who are on the Platinum Helpline, I'm about to open up the Facebook page. We'll see who's there. I'll give you a number where you can dial in if you want to dial in to the call, because I got a lot of stuff to share with y'all. And I didn't want to put this information out while I was doing the other call, but I'm assuming that y'all might be on still. So let's see. I'm going to the page now. We'll see. And I will give you a link so you can get on if you want to get on. You can get on the phone. You can get on whatever. You can get on online. You can get on the phone. All right. So I'm posting it in the feed right now. I'm posting it in the feed. There's a link right there, and you can dial in. And if you want to call in from your computer, you're welcome to do that too. All right. So I'll give you guys a minute to do that. You can dial in on the phone. Tonight was really for you guys on the Platinum Helpline, but they asked me to get on Tupac's training call, so I did that too. Okay. So I got a lot of calls coming in. I got a lot of text messages. All right. So I'll give you guys a minute in case you want to get on the line. There are some things that I wanted to talk to you about that I didn't talk about on the open call. Okay. Everything is not for everybody. Can we agree? So I'll hang on for a minute. I'll give you guys a chance if you want to get on the call, or if you want to log into Zoom, you're more than welcome. I'll stand by. All right. Or maybe y'all just want to watch on Facebook. A couple of y'all are on Facebook and 16 of y'all, so I'll leave it there. Maybe y'all just want to stay on Facebook. All right. So let me finish with the training. This part of the training is just for you. I want you to repeat after me. My boss is not my friend. Say, my boss is not my friend. That is a hard lesson for many of us to learn, that your boss is not your friend. If you died on your job, your boss wouldn't skip a beat. I mean, literally, they would change the voicemail the day you died, change the sign on your door. People would be fighting for your office and using your old supplies. That's if you died today, right? Your boss is not your friend. Your boss uses you. You serve a very real purpose for him. I'm not saying you're a slave or an indentured servant, but your boss makes a mathematical calculation about his determination or her determination to keep you. Most businesses make the determination that they've got to make 3 times your salary in profit as a baseline as to whether or not they're going to keep you on. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So the minute that the money that they generate from you does not supersede by 3 times the expense of keeping you, they let you go. They normally let you go right before January in the new tax year because they want to write you off. You become a write-off. The layoffs become a write-off to the boss. So that's why there's so many firings right around the holiday season, right before the new year. And that's the worst time to fire somebody. You have already made plans with your family about Thanksgiving. You've already mentally spent all your money on Christmas gifts, and they're plotting on how they're going to let you go. It is hurtful. It is demeaning. It is painful. And they're so cold about how they lay people off. If you've never been laid off, they tell me that it is the next worst thing to losing a parent or being divorced is being laid off. Of course, losing a child, but I mean losing a spouse as far as a divorce goes, or losing a parent as far as death goes. They say that being fired is right up there. Now, it's different if you're fired and you got 20 jobs. But if this is the sole thing that's putting food on your table and keeping the lights on and feeding your kids, it's painful. I mean, you can go into an instant depression. I mean, like you don't want to sort of hang on anymore. So I'm telling you that it is super important that you recognize your value to your boss. You're only as good as today, not yesterday. You're only as good as today. So you've got to work 5 links. Like sooner or later, the boss is going to call you and tell you your time is up. Now that's how I work 5 links. And I do take mental breaks. I've got to be honest with y'all. I take mental breaks. I have to take mental breaks in my business. And I've been taking a little bit of a mental break on and off for probably this last year. This last year has been extremely mentally tough on me. Not physically, mentally. Mentally, because we went from a service sort of company where we sold services, and now we mostly sell products. And I know I'm not the only person who's feeling it. I know y'all feel it too. The strain comes from you get customers, and the minute you get them, they're gone. As opposed to when you got service customers, you would get them and they stay on for 6 months. You can build momentum that way, right? You don't always feel like every month you're back at 0. I know you're feeling that way. I too have been feeling that way. And it sucks a little bit of the wind out of you, sucks a little bit of the life out of you. Now, I guess if I had always done multi-level marketing, always done sales, then maybe I wouldn't feel as awkward. Maybe if I was one of those Amway guys where every month they had to start from 0 and sell product, maybe I would feel differently. But I came into this company selling services. It switched to products. Today, those of you who were on the earlier portion of the call, you heard me talking about TV. I've got a strange feeling in my gut that TV will help us get our money back up. TV. And I know I was excited about TV early on, but we ran into this crazy buffering issue. You can't sell somebody TV and it's buffering. They want to see the game. Buffering is kills your business. I had a cousin, no, strike that, an in-law, who said that they would use TV just to support my business. And when I went to demo it in my house for them, it's buffering and my wife is laughing behind me while I'm trying to demo it. It was a horrible experience. But I've been trying TV lately, had a guest over my house not too long ago. I let them use TV. They loved it so much they want to rejoin 5 Links. So I called Nelson up, Nelson Gerard, who's the owner of 5 Links, and I said to him, we've got to relaunch TV. You got to launch it like TV 2.0. You've got to launch it. You got to relaunch it. Because you are missing out on a golden opportunity that we finally have a product. that is a service-based product, that it has no issues. That's unheard of. Now, I know that we have gas and electricity, but there's really no money in that. It will help you get your points and get to the customer club, but there's no real money. There's a little bit more money in TV, but even more so, you don't have the price fluctuations that if somebody has one of those variable plans on gas and electricity. You mess around with that thing, you got a whole different kind of problem. But TV, that's working, we got something that we can build off of. Then I can pivot and I can get some CBD sold and sell it to a dog or sell it to a human being or sell any one of the other products that we have. But what I'm telling you is TV will create stability. Stability creates motivation. Motivation creates momentum, and momentum creates big checks. I hope you are hearing me. I'm like the guy who's telling you about Bitcoin when it was in an MIT lab. I'm telling you, if the company is willing to re-promote TV and you guys are willing to take another look at it, I think we're holding a gold mine. And I'm not saying that the money that TV pays out is as valuable as the oxygen money. Oxygen pays out more money. But I'm telling you, TV will allow your business to stabilize and for you to sort of get some momentum that will cause you to get some motivation and help you build your business. So you're going to watch me pivot again in my business. You have to constantly reinvent yourself in this business, right? You have to do it. If you want to stay viable, you have to reinvent yourself. So I'm going to sort of push out on this pet CBD. I mean, I'm the kind of guy that I go in so hard that I might even end up getting a pet to help me advance my cause. But we're going to push out in faith on this pet CBD. The real CBD for people, well, not the real CBD, but the human CBD that we've been selling has been working. And I kind of sell it with my shirt, right? I sell it with my shirt because I don't really want to talk about it. I want my shirt to talk about it. And then people ask me about it. I'm much more of a passive salesman than you might think. So I let the shirt talk about it. So I think the CBD is going to work. I think the dog CBD is going to work. I think TV is going to work. I think Captivita has potential. I think it has potential. It's for diabetics. I got a couple of issues with it. I don't know if I should say it or keep it to myself. Maybe I'll talk to y'all about it when I know that y'all are there, right? It's kind of awkward for me to sort of have this level of a sensitive conversation through Facebook Live. It's not the same. Like Cheryl is on the line with me and Sherry's on the line with me, and maybe we can talk about it. But it would be awkward. Well, let me just say this. We have one ingredient in our Captivita that I've asked the company to change. I think it would really help move the product forward. This one product, this one ingredient change in it. So I'm praying on it. I'm a team player. I would never throw us or the team or the company under the bus. But I think sometimes to be successful, it's the little changes. It's the little tweaks. You know, like LeBron is not that much better than the rest of the NBA, but it's just the little tweaks, the little changes, the little refinements, the little packaging, the little product, the little ingredient, the little label. I mean, it's just the little things that really make a big difference. Hey, Cheryl and Sherry, you two are the only ones that called in. I can let you through if you want to talk. So I'll open up your line. And if you want to come on the on the screen, you can do that. So I opened it up in case you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to, and I'll take you off. But if you want to, you can. If you want to show your screen, you can. If you want to talk, you can.
How do I show my screen?
All right. Well, I unmuted your phone. I'm going to hit a little button that's going to invite you to share your screen. How about that?
Okay, how do I do that?
I just hit a button, and you should be able to do it on your end. You just got to hit the little camera. Your camera has a little red line through it, and all you have to do is click that, and then your camera will be visible.
I don't see a camera.
Are you on a laptop or a cell phone?
Okay,
Hey,
there we are.
Good to see you.
Hello, Mr. Felder. How are you?
Girl, I'm doing awesome and incredible. If life was an ocean, I'd be walking on water. All right, so I'm trying to help Sherry get into the feed.
My little that I have, and you just froze. Oh, there you are. The pet products for my little old man that I have here. And I'm gonna see how that's going to help him. But wonderful regional yesterday, or our meeting yesterday up here in Northern California.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear. Were you able to hear the training tonight? Did you like it? Was it good for you or no? Yes.
I was able to hear part of it. I wasn't home to hear all of it. I heard part, but
why couldn't you hear?
I'm going to go back and watch the replay. Well, because I was gone and I just was able to get on.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm going and hopefully there's a replay so I can watch it.
All right, great. Well, I hope you get on. I'm gonna pivot back to Sherry for a minute. Sherry, are you on a laptop? I didn't hear you. Sherry, you still with us? All right. So it appears that Sherry is muted herself again. Sherry?
I'm here.
All right, so there's a button on your screen that allows you to play your video. So all you got to do is click that button. All right, on the bottom of your screen, it should say mute. It should say video. It should say Q&A, etc. Do you see those buttons?
No.
You must be on a cell phone, right?
No, I'm on the computer.
All right, so I tell you what, Sherry, then you should probably talk to me tomorrow and let me show you how to work that device that you're on. Is that all right?
Uh-huh.
Because this is a very powerful tool that we're on, this Zoom. I've got 2 meetings tomorrow and I don't have to go to either one of them. I'm doing them on the computer. Okay? Because this thing, it feels as close to being in somebody's presence as you will ever have. So no more burning gas for me. The only way I'm gonna burn some gas is you got a room full of people. And even then, I might log in through the computer. It's just how I'm feeling right about now. All right. So Sherry, I'll leave you to figure it out.
I think I figured it out. I just got my picture covered up.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Because I got a green light on.
All right. So uncover your picture if you want to uncover it. I mean,
well, I don't want you to see. You'll see my face, but you see everything else.
All right, then listen. I mean, as long as you understand how to work it, I'm not bothered by whether or not you actually do it. I just wanted to make sure you knew how. Is that all right?
Yes, I understand completely. Thanks.
All right, so
it's good to hear from you and good to see you.
Oh, God is good, ain't he?
Yes, he is all the time.
Right. So I was really hoping more people could get on because I always like to talk to you guys. But there's a lot of people on Facebook Live. It's like 16 or 17 people on. But I wanted to ask you questions if you understood what I was talking about on the training.
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
I might have to on Facebook Live. This is okay.
So the TV, I think, is really going to be a real benefit and a boost to the company. So I'm encouraging Nelson to relaunch it like it's brand new. So
that would be good. I
think that would be good. because I had it in the past, and I did have some problems with some glitches in it, and that was frustrating because I couldn't get it to actually watch certain programs. So yeah, that would be a good thing.
Right. When you have problems with it, Sherry, you did what I did. I just stopped using it. I mean, I'm not a complainer. I'm not going to keep complaining about it. I just stopped using it, and I stopped selling it. I stopped talking about it. But it's better now. It's a lot better now. Like with any kind of technology that comes out, it goes through phases. Mm-hmm. It's better. But we are so scarred by our initial experience that we're not sharing. You know? All right. So is there anything in particular you guys want to go over? I see Della Faye has gotten on the line as well. Hello, Miss Della Faye. I'm going to try to bring you on. Anybody have any questions for me? If you guys are on the Platinum Helpline, you know that you're entitled to get your free Captivita page. So if you want it and you haven't gotten it, you just need to hit me up on Telegram or on the page. I've started to work really hard on this dog site. I talked to, not dog site, but the pet site. I talked to Jay and Lanier, and they gave me permission to use their video. Right? So that was something big that I wanted to do to add to the TV site. Now, I didn't have to ask them for permission, but I thought it was the right thing to do. I've also agreed to compensate them for using their video because I think that's the right thing to do. So, but I wanted to add it into the video for you guys. So you can expect to actually see that CBD pet video website. It's going to I think it's going to be the best website I've ever made. I'm almost positive of it. I'm becoming better every generation of websites that I make. Right, Cheryl?
Oh yeah, they're good.
A little bit better every time. You know, I started this from scratch, Cheryl. I never went to school to learn how to make websites. So.
Oh no, it's not an easy thing to do. I work on computers every day. It's frustrating.
Right. So Della Faye is
okay. You're doing great.
She's been guiding me. She's actually a computer expert. She's a genius. So I guess with her geniusness, we'll have the best product that we've ever had. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys by this time next week. I really don't have anything else to cover for today. I will be doing the vitamin call tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. I'll have another training on that vitamin call. I will also record that, and it'll be on the feed. So it'll be on this feed tomorrow at 8:30. While I'm doing Tupac's call, I'll be on here live. You guys are welcome to chime in. You don't have to just listen. You can watch. I know we have entered the video age, and people prefer to see you than just hear you. So I would be on here tomorrow at 8:30. And tomorrow is my birthday. Now, I'm not just saying that. Awesome. I'm not just saying
happy birthday, sir.
Awesome. I wasn't just saying it so y'all could tell me happy birthday, but I do like that. I'm still geeked about my birthday. Why, I don't know, but I'm just grateful that I got one more year to get it right.
Thank you.
Praise the Lord.
That's
a
right.
Gift of another year.
Praise the Father. Yeah, I'm grateful for it. So if there's nothing else, Cheryl, Della, Sherry, if you guys don't have any questions, I'll bid you adieu. Everybody's good?
Yes.
We're good, sir.
Going once, going twice. All right, I'll be on the call tomorrow at 8:30. I'll send out a little blast message to remind you on Telegram. If you are waiting for a website from me, TV, T-shirts, cards, or anything else, please let me know. Just hit me up on Telegram. Just DM me. That means direct mail, inbox me, and let me know. I'll be happy to get it out. I got a bunch of shirts going out tomorrow. So if you had something, cards that was supposed to go out, please let me know so I can get it out in this batch that's going out tomorrow. All right. With that being said, go ahead.
Tom, I had requested shirts, but I don't know if I ever got back to you with payment for them. So
yeah.
I need to get the payment to you.
Do you want to handle that tonight or leave that for another day?
No, we can handle it tonight. Whatever is convenient for you, sir.
I'll call you offline when we get off. I think you're in another time zone, so you're probably doing way better than I am right now because I'm starting to get a little bit droopy-eyed. But I'll call you as soon as we get off this call, Cheryl. I'll get your information.
Okay, or anytime tomorrow that works
No.
for you is fine also.
This is easy. I know how to
Okay.
do this. I'm gonna do this real quick. There's a button that says chat. You see it? Are you on a laptop or are you on a cell phone?
I'm on my phone.
All right, so it won't be as easy for you. Then I'll send you the little link to just click on the link. So what are you getting? One shirt?
I think I was wanting to get some of the cards. No, actually, I want to get one of each shirt, I believe, if you have them.
All right, so you want the CBD and you want the Captivita?
Yes, I definitely want the Captivita. And if there's CBD shirts, I don't know how I feel about walking around with the leaf on myself, but you know, it's gonna show.
It's a conversation piece.
Yeah, it's a conversation piece. It starts the conversation. I'm just telling you. I don't talk about it. People come to me and say, "Hey, you got CBD?" I say, "Yeah." What does the shirt say? So.
Yep. I know exactly. So I'll be a walking advertisement.
Right, and that's why I made them bright.
Yeah. So I wanted everything. Yeah.
All right. So we'll work that out. I'll call you offline, and I appreciate you guys. And Sherry and Della, if you need something, just let me know, and I'll be happy to buzz you guys offline as well. So I'll be on the vitamin call tomorrow 8:30. I look forward to talking. My email is run2diamond.
At Gmail?
Yes, ma'am, at gmail.com.
All right. Okay, I'll hit you up or I'll send you a text.
Well, it's Sherry, if you're trying to reach me for real, you know I'm a Telegram junkie right about now.
Well, what's your Telegram then? Because I always thought you do the text thing.
All right, you can text me. That'll work. Texting and Telegram works. But Sherry,
what's a Telegram?
Did you just say what is a Telegram?
Yeah, just call you. Because, you know, I'm kind of slow here. You know, I'm trying to get back on board.
It's okay, Sherry. I'll work with you. But Telegram is some new technology I've been talking about for a minute. It is like you're texting on steroids. It's the most phenomenal thing ever. So I will take the time, Sherry, and it would be my pleasure to teach you about Telegram and how to use it. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
But 200 million people are using it. So it's not like something that we just sort of experimented with. Okay?
All right. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. You guys
have a good night.
You too. I'll look out for your text, Sherry. Cheryl, you can text me. I'll call you maybe 10 minutes after I get off this call. I just need you to check on my wife real quick. Okay?
No problem. No problem. I'll just send you a quick text. Thank you, sir. Talk to you soon.
God bless. Okay. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night.
Good night,
Sherry. Good night, Cheryl. And good night to everybody who's watching on Facebook Live.